Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Outlanders. We're up to episode 13 and today we have just started in our base where we've just lost everything. It's a little bit off. I've died a couple more times, mostly by falling off these things. Just like that. I keep forgetting I don't have feather falling, so I keep falling off and then finding out that I don't actually have feather falling. And I died to a creeper as well, so quite a number of deaths in the past few days. I need to make sure I don't lose the tag because I just spent quite a number of experience getting that back. So if I can escape this slime, that would be brilliant, and we can get on with the rest of today's episode. One of the weird things that has happened is that occasionally the farm seems to destroy the minecart hopper that is in these little bits, so I'm not entirely sure which one it is and where it's coming from, so I'm going to have to... oh no. I keep dying to that. I'm going to die many times doing that. But as I was saying, I keep forgetting exactly where these minecart hoppers are coming from, so I'm going to have to look through them and find it out. And occasionally I might not know, I just have to figure it out as I go. However, before we do all that, there's one more thing I do want to do before I get on to the rest of today's episode. And now I just realised how superfluous those words are. But anyway, we are going to meet up with Gamer, who has very kindly offered to sell me some of his many netherite ingots. So hopefully he'll come down soon and we'll buy some of those for a price. I've decided to meet up with Waffly because he has quite a few netherite ingots, and I think he said he'd sell me 5 for 30 diamonds, or 6 each, which is quite good. I went with 5 because I need 1 for my pants and 1 for my boots, 1 for a sword, 2 picks. I think that's everything I need, so we just need to hand over some diamonds, and he just needs to chop off some 5. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Yes, I am recording. I think he just wanted to be in my picture again. So he's been in a number of episodes actually. So it's been quite nice to have him as a neighbor these past few weeks. Anyway, so thank you very much, Gamer, for those 5 ingots. I'm going to put them away in my box for now and not use them while I can. It's been a little bit of time since the last clip, and in that time I've managed to get myself my bow back by quite a bit of fishing, and I think I've got enough stuff to do a new sword, which I think would be important. Or should I do a sword or a pickaxe is the question, because I do have an iron sword, but that is sort of not adequate at the moment. But then a pickaxe would mean I can start mining stuff rather quickly. It's sort of a conundrum, and I suppose it should be dependent on how many mending books I have. So I did go fishing for quite a bit, put all the books in here. I know there's no mending books back at my store. So if we have a look, doesn't look like there's many mending feather falling. I'll need that at some point. Sharpness 4, but Curse of Vanishing. I don't want that. Smite, Fire, Spec, feather falling again. Ooh, mending. There's 1. And... So 1 mending book. So I've got to choose sword or pickaxe. Which one would be most important? And given I was just about blown up by a creeper, I think pickaxe. Sword would be better. And turns out there's a lot of creepers down there. I do want to get rid of them. And where's my bow? That would actually be helpful if I can get rid of them with a bow and hopefully get their gunpowder. When I opened my inventory, I realized that my elytra, which I've been carrying around for the past day or so, doesn't have mending or unbreaking on it, so I guess I should probably put those things on. I don't have any unbreaking books in my storage, at least at my base, so I'm going to go over to the shopping district now to figure out if I do have any there, and hopefully there is one, and I can borrow it and put it onto my elytra. Turns out the only unbreaking 3 book that there was a cursive binding one, which isn't too bad because I suppose it'll just go onto my back and then it'll be stuck there forever, so that's not too bad a book. Although if I can find a better one, that would be better. And there I am, I've got my wings back. It's all fully enchanted and unfortunately bound to me until I die, so which isn't too bad, and I don't think I'm going to be going into the end the end or the nether for a little while yet, because those two places have been the death of me many times. Now, while all that's been going on, I've decided to move ahead with the project that I've got here and start paving this all the way down. So I've got this out of prismarine brick because that's the one I had most readily available, and it's all done around here. So I've also got to work out what I'm going to do on the outside, and I'm thinking put glass on the outside so we can see the outskirts of the great beyond, the massive ocean biome that we're in, which is going to require quite a bit of glass, but I suppose while we're collapsing this, we're also going to get glass and sand back. Now, I did mention in a previous episode another plan that I've had, and let's just see if I've picked the right side as to where I put the starting glass. Yes, I have. So we are going to go ahead with this. The second layer is going to end up somewhere around here, I think. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, but it's going to be somewhere around here. This may or may not go around the outside. Oh no. No. This is going to be close. Okay, that was too close. I need to remember I don't have a respiration helmet. Anyway, so we're going to have that going. Oh no. No. Okay, I really need to be more careful. Anyway, so we're going to have to be quite careful there. And let's just get this elytra back before it despawns. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have that going around the outside and possibly another one of these. I'm not yet certain because this I don't technically want to be accessed too much. We've got plans to put things on top of it, so it's some weird things going to be happening there. As you can see, I've started work on putting the glass in, and it is starting to look pretty good, I reckon. And yeah, I see there's a couple guardians there. It is looking pretty good, though I'm not entirely certain how it's going to look with a double layer of glass. You can see there's some glass there, and over here it looks a lot better than over here where there's the double glass. So we may need to figure out how we do that, especially with this thing, with this ramp, I suppose, this circle going all the way around doubly. So I'm not, quite a bit to go. I may need to rework my strategy or my ideas here. I'm probably going to do most of these glass off camera and in between episodes, so hopefully in the next few episodes or so it'll be done and look fantastic. Now I've come down to the bottom of the base because I've decided to do a couple of things here. Now what I want to do is set up various levels for the next few parts of the base. So one possibly around here, one around here, and of course one at this level, y equals 31. I can go further down if I want to, but we'll see how we go. So first things first, I need to figure out how I'm going to do it. And I reckon the place to start would be putting in some more pathway blocks. So how we've been doing the pathways is we've had these prismarine bricks, followed by these prismarines, and of course sea lanterns. So if we lay these out, we should be able to get a reasonable idea of how things are going to go. So something like this, and I'm going to have to get rid of this little... I'm going to have to get rid of this little mountain here, and do some other things as well. So if we just lay out some simple ones, and then try and move on to other various levels. So 1, 2, and then like this, and like this, and the same on the other sides. Let's actually head up to the top and see how far a distance we have between that level and this level here. Okay, so we're at y equals 54 here, and we've got y equals 31 down there, so that is 54 minus 31, that is 23 levels, basically 24 if we add an extra one here or there. So 24, and that's discounting this one here, because this we are going to get rid of and transform into a better system. So 24 levels, and that means we should be able to have 3 or so levels, I think. If we have 3 at 8 each, including the level where these blocks would be, the blocks itself, that should be more than enough. Where's the way down? You need to be very careful doing that because I have died a couple of times. So if we make the next one 8 blocks high, or 7 above this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to have to go up a bit, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the next one's there. And then we're going to have to go up a little bit more and see how we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and boom. And hopefully if we go up here, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's quite a few levels there. So we've got 1, 2, 3 levels in which to build things, which should make this quite fun. And with this in place, we can see just how much work we've got to do. We've got ourselves the 3 pathways to the outside, which we of course are going to connect up to our circle loops going all the way around as well, which will be quite a bit of work, especially given that most of the outside is still underwater, so more clearing to do. It's been a little bit since the last clip, and I've managed to get myself a couple of levels going. So we've got this one over here with its center column here, and of course a path downwards. Now if we go up a level, this isn't the best way of doing it, but we can go like this. Then we've got this level here as well, and of course, where is it? Over here. And this bit here, and then if we go up one more level, we've got ourselves the Guardian level. So we've got quite a few levels. We haven't got anything yet to differentiate between the levels. So I'm thinking as I go, oops, that's not the way I wanted to do it. As we go in between levels like this, and then like this into here, I'm thinking make this floor a different color for each one. So for example, when I'm going up through here, I can say, okay, yes, the wood floor, that one is my storage aisle, or something similar to that. These levels are still very much a mess and very much not organized at all. There isn't really any rhyme or reason to any of them yet, so there's quite a bit of work to be done to organize everything. On a slightly related note, as part of the admin duties, I've finally managed to get the heads add-on working. It turns out that there was just a little bit of a conflict with the way I put in things, so it's entirely my bad, but we've got ourselves the heads back, and Gamer Dude has very kindly given me a phantom, which apparently is one of the rare heads in the game. It's very hard to get, so thank you very much, game. I'm going to put that in a place of prominence behind this with dirt everywhere. Nah, we won't do that. We'll put it somewhere actually prominent, perhaps here, somewhere where it's nice and visible. You know how earlier I said how Gamer gave me a phantom head? Well, yeah, he's just shot it with an arrow and it's just gone up into the sky. So, yeah, not good. And it seems Gamer's very kindly given me another one. This time I'm going to store it in a chest, that way he can't accidentally despawn it again. So, there it is, and we're going to keep that nice and safe. One nice side effect of having a Guardian farm is that I can also get myself a Guardian heads in the plural, I should say. So actually, let's take that, because that will be useful for a different part of our collection. So if we go up here, and we want to actually mark this level, the level that goes down that way, not that one. We want to replace that with a Guardian head. So I think that should indicate quite nicely which level that is. Actually, we should take it off and do that instead, or take it off and there. That should do it. That should do quite nicely. Now, I've been doing some thinking, and I haven't quite yet decided what I want to do with these quadrants that are facing the sky. I'm thinking of having a nice, a kind of landscape, so possibly one sandy, one nether type, so with the new biomes, and possibly one grassy and one sandy maybe. It's a couple of ideas, because when I come down, I think it's this level down here, whoops, a daisy, we want to have ourselves some farms on one side, and then we also want to have storage on, no, not storage, I want to have farms on one side with their storage bits over there, and then we want to have trading halls on the other side, because the mistake I made last year was having those too far away and not easily accessible, so I want to have those quite close. Now if we go one level down, which I think is this level down here, we're going to have storage on this level, a lot and lots of storage, because we're going to be changing up the way we do storage this time. And then on the bottom level I haven't quite worked out, maybe I'll do some more farms or some fun kind of stuff. There's quite a few plans going on there. I think I'll get started on at least the start of the farms. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it today, so what I think I'll start with is just putting an outline around this bit here Although, yeah, I'll do that there and continue around. I'm definitely not going to have enough blocks, but that's not really the point of this, just to give it a bit of an exercise. And then from here, I need to divide this into either 2 or 4. I'm not sure if I want to do the 4 crop farms in here first, or do I do 2 crop farms and do the other 2 on that side. It's quite a bit of a conundrum. And then, of course, I've still got all the sugarcane and melon and pumpkin farms to go as well, so quite a number of things to think about. I've actually changed my mind a little bit because I've just realized that where the sand is going to be glass, and then, well, actually where the sand is going to be, actually let me think about that. I need to go up top for a second. So yes, where the sand is going to be glass, so I don't need to have that on the other side. When I go downwards again, that's going to be glass, so I don't have to have that barrier on the outskirts. So I can get rid of the prismarine brick outskirts that I have. If I can find my way back down, here we go. So if I shouldn't have that, so that gives me an extra layer of things to put in. So let's get rid of this first and continue from there. Okay, I've decided I replaced the prismarine brick with dirt. So now we should probably put another layer of something here, because that is going to be where our glass is. But if we figure out where along here the dirt should go as well, that would be beneficial. So if we go, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on that side. I'm not sure how far on this side we should go. Let's go from around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's 10. I need to get some more dirt from that shulker. Ideally, I want to leave a, let's see, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gap. No, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4 size gaps. So if we come along this way a bit more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's not a big enough gap. However, if we do that and that, yes, that's a big enough gap, although it's not quite lined up, although I can't really do much about that. Anyway, so if we mark it out like so, 1 there, and then we need to do the same on that side over there. That said, I'm not really sure what I should do with this, because I do want these bits to be roughly the same size. So it's a little bit of a conundrum as to build that. I really should curve this in and that one in as well. It's going to be tricky trying to decide this, so I might work on it. I might think about it and work on it a little bit later in real time. After a little bit of thought, I've decided to go with a different model entirely. So I'm going to curve this around, all the way around, so it's going to be one entire circle, and these inside quarters are going to have the 4 crop farms. It's going to be a little bit of a weird one, I think, but a weird shape, but it is going to be, it's going to work. Now, one thing I forgot to take into consideration originally is that 2 of them need rails underneath, or at least 2 of them need rails underneath, and the third one, and the other 2, the potato and carrot ones, need some kind of hopper underneath where the collection is. So that does mean that I'm going to have to push this up a little bit. So that's why I've got a bit of a gap here. So if I just go up a little bit, go up to the first level and collect some bits that I need, which isn't here, or here, or here, or here. So in somewhere around here. Let me just find it. Okay, I found what I was looking for, and I also got poisoned by a witch, but never mind that. I found the prismarine brick stairs. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to completely surround this with these things here, going all the way around where the dirt's supposed to go, and then dirt will go on top of this. So like this is where the crop farms will go. This also enables me to put something underneath here. Actually, wait a minute, that's not going to work either, because this level here is visible to the level below. So that means this level below is going to have some kind of layer underneath it. That's going to be tricky to figure out. This is turning out to be a little bit more complicated than I thought. While I think about that, I think what I'll do is start work on these circles. So I've got my pixel circle generator next to me, and I need to just put them on. So let me see. Starting from here, I need to go 10 from each side. No, 5 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then start curling in. So that shouldn't be too hard, and we'll work on doing this one and this one as well. A little bit of construction has got me to this point. I've got this little curving bit here. I don't have any prismarine to fill in the gaps, but it looks pretty good here. Now I've also filled in the dirt segment, and I'm not entirely sure if this segment is going to be appropriate. I suppose I'm just going off my last season's base, which was square, a little bit less good. The main point is that can a villager reach all corners of this square without having to get to another one? It's truly the question. And here we go, we've completed the 4 quadrants full of dirt. Now, obviously I've still got to put in the rails and then the dirt on top of that for the next level, so these aren't the final products of what the farms will become. And of course I've still got to get the villagers and the water and all those extra bits in, but I'm going to do that in a future episode because we have run out of time for today. So thank you very much for watching. It's a little bit weird not to have my armor on and everything, and yes, I think in the next couple of episodes we're going to work on getting that back, which is going to require a villager breeder and a villager trading stations and a whole lot of other things. So hopefully you'll join me for that. I hope to see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe and all that. Goodbye.